If you want me to say what is the selling point of a Dissidia gameplay is, I will always say Bravery system. This system is the most unique thing of this series and the major thing that separates from other 3D arena fighting games. Not only does it a really cool way to blend RPG element with fighting games, but it's also open with a lot more strategy and different way to play it. This video will explain both the original Bravery system in PSP title and the change they made in the arcade. Additionally, I will be analyzing a little bit on this mechanic and how you should play it. Okay? Open your calculator app because math is coming. So usually in most fighting games, they will always have a health bar or HP bar, right? That will indicate how much damage each character can take before they die. In most fighting games, almost every attack will eat up this bar. But for Dissidia, it's nearly the opposite. We'll get to that. In addition to HP bar, there are these giant numbers called Bravery. Think of it as some sort of power level. The key of Dissidia gameplay is the interaction between Bravery and HP, which can be affected by two types of attack, Bravery Attack and HP Attack. So firstly, when the game starts, both players will have their base Bravery, basically their default number of that characters. In PSP game, it depends on that character's stat and they're different in levels. Bravery Attack will cause Bravery damage, which purely interact with Braveries. It will decrease a Bravery on the person it hit, while Attacker Bravery will increase in the exact same amount. While HP Attack is what connects Bravery and HP together. The last hit of HP Attack will spend all of your Bravery to deal damage straight to the target health in the exact same amount. After that, the Bravery will drop to 0 and it will slowly rise up to the base Bravery. The more damage you dealt, the slower your Bravery will rise up. This is a bare bone rules of a Bravery system, and you might think that okay, a bit strange, but it's simple enough. Well, we're not done yet, boys. If your Bravery gets below 0, you will be in break or broken state. This is when the thing is about to go crazy. While in break stage, your background Bravery will slowly rise up to the base Bravery and eventually restore your Bravery to normal. But during all that time, your Bravery will always count as 0, and you will deal no damage at all. Yeah, if you hit Bravery Attack, it will add to your background Bravery, which will make it restore faster, but that's it, they don't even deal any damage. If you hit HP Attack, it will deal 0 damage, but at least you will instantly break out of the break stage. Wow, that's a mouthful. If you think that sucks, just wait, it gets even worse. A person that breaks any one Bravery will get a stage Bravery, which is a big pile of Bravery that's just waiting to be taken. Basically, that person will get like a supercharge. So to analyze this system and two types of attacks, is create a very fundamental rules of landing billion Bravery attack will mean jack squat if you can't land a single HP attack. So the game becomes a process of trading each other Bravery, and when someone getting break, the stake will suddenly rise up. And when one person lands HP attack, the opponent can counter it back while Bravery is still charging, and pretty much tip the scale into their favor. Not only that, it will also create two choices of playstyle, Bravery stacking and HP spamming, and both have a strength and weaknesses. Bravery stacking allows you to be defensive most of the time. Not only will your HP attack deal more damage, but the opponent will also deal less damage as well. Not to mention the extra Bravery when you get from breaking. But having a lot of Bravery not only make a period when you're vulnerable to break when you finally hit HP attack longer, but also, more importantly, you will take more Bravery damage by critical hit, since the more Brave you have, the more damage you take from crit. While HP spamming can deal a consistent amount of damage to opponent's health, and since there are not many ways to restore it, you pretty much guarantee the damage and not getting pushed back by crit damage. But while your vulnerable window after HP attack is shorter, it's way more frequent, and if you screw up, you'll get a way bigger payback. On top of this base mechanic, there's also some side gimmick that adding a more flair to it, like someone that manipulates Bravery in a different way. EX mode and assist, a playstyle that is opposite to each other that allow a new type of break that can sometimes happen, and the stage hazard in Omega stage that affects stage Bravery. These are the base foundation of a Dissidia that Duodecim continue to develop, and it will be the base for Dissidia Arcade and NT. So do most of the mechanics come back to NT? Well, yes and no. The fundamental of Bravery system is still the same. Bravery building, spend it to HP attack, yada yada yada. But there's one big, gigantic, humongous elephant in the rooms here. The game focus has been changed drastically, from 1v1 to 3v3. And it's not just like one player with 3 characters, it's 3 players in team-based fighting game. The shape of genre like this needs a lot of change to mechanic in order to complement it. The biggest change is probably how the game flows. A bravery system in 1v1 is basically a trading match. Every bravery only exchanged between 2 players and everything is clear as day. In 3v3 it's not like that. One opponent can ignore you for the entire game, but they can still one-shot you if your team is feeding. This also means that AoE HP attack can potentially kill multiple targets at the same time. And if that happens, you will deal the same amount of damage to all of them. Basically double or even triple your damage output, which leads to some stupidly awesome moment like this.
Shit. Oh, got him.
Oh, what the? What? Oh my god! Oh my god!
That cross slash though.
In Duodecim, there's a lot of customization. A lot of customization. Some characters have more attack that can equip, abilities that increase crit rate in different situations, equipment that serve as a stat boost and additional abilities, accessory that boost stat even further, and multiplier accessory that increase the stat boost in even more specific situations. While all of this customization works really well for single player dungeon crawling, in competitive scene there's only a select few build that is the best one. For example, Assist build is more powerful than EX build because Assist Gate build way faster, and one bar can pretty much do anything from changing combo to breaking combo, with Sephiroth and Kuja always be the best assist. Character balance is also pretty dang off. Some of them has HP chain attack, the HP attack that can be executed right after Bravery Attack, which throw balance of HP attack being harder to hit than Bravery Attack out of the freaking window. Not to say it's all bad, the spectacle like this is designed more for long single player content, which is why the original Dissidia competitive is not really big. Well, aside from the fact that the game is being on PSP. So, what do they change in NT then? Well, first off, the stat is set. And by set, I mean everything is set. Aside from summon that give you a specific buff, everyone's health will always be 3500, their base bravery will always be 1000, and attack, defense stat, and all that jazz is gone completely. Each attack pretty much has a base damage, and that's the closest thing to the stat you're gonna get. But here's the thing, in NT the game actually ends faster. Again, compared to the original, the damage and bravery / health ratio in NT is actually way higher. While the original at full build, the average attack damage for one attack is around 200, with occasional critical hits. The base bravery is around 1000 to 1200, and health is 10,000 plus. In NT, base damage can go from 400 to 600. Base bravery is always 1000, as I say, and HP is only 3500. With only 2 or 3 bravery attack, you can easily break anyone without any kind of buff. This change is to combine with 3v3 fights since the game ends after 3 deaths. With every attack deal huge damage, the game swings constantly. You'll see about 1 break for every 10 seconds. And since the break happens so often, the bonus bravery needs to be changed as well. It's called bonus bravery instead of stage bravery, by the way. Once again, in the original, stage bravery takes some time to restore after break. If more than 1 break happens in a short time, only the first break will get a bonus bravery. But well, NT come here and say, no time for that crap. Every break equals 1000 more bravery to the table. And that's not all. This game also implements a better rubber banding system. You have heard of this before, right? Like how in 2D fighting game, taking damage will build a special move gauge faster than dealing damage. It's a common system that most games has in order for players to get a chance to come back. In original Dissidia, once again, the rubber band is a form of critical damage, where the more bravery you have, the more crit damage you take. But not only does the damage is already low like I mentioned before, it's the crit chance. You know, INT. And you know how many people like INT in fighting games? In NT, the concept of a random crit is thrown out of the window. Okay, they still use it in the summon battle, but that's beside the point. They pretty much increase all damage taken scaled by your bravery. If you want to stack bravery higher than 3500 to one-shot kill someone, don't forget that just 1 bravery attack to your face will blow away your bravery like a tissue paper. This is a damage multiplier scaling. This system makes stacking Bravery tactics a lot riskier. If you think you want to stack Bravery like to quadruple 9, you will become a Bravery mind goal for anyone with 4.4 times damage. But wait, here's a kicker. There's other buffs and debuffs that affect your attack damage too. And there's a ton of them. Something really common like Mighty Strike EX skill pretty much double your damage. If you stack your buffs and debuffs right, the damage will rocket up to the freaking space. And since I promised you guys a math, here is Dissidia damage formula. So the damage for each hit is equal to the base damage divided by 16, take that and time base 1 plus the total percentage add with your current attack buff and debuff time by 16, don't forget to round that down. Subtract with the total percentage of opponent defense buff and debuff time by 10, round that down too as well. This starts to get messy here. Take all that and multiply by the percentage depending on opponent bravery, look at this table, and finally if your bravery is still recovering from landing HP attack, time it by 1.5. Well, that's a lot of numbers. So, let's try this out with some examples. Alright, firstly, take a closer look in this shot. I know there's a lot of things happen, but let me focus on Shine Blast that hit on Jet. This one hits deal 99 damage, even though the base damage of that hit is 48. Let's put this formula to the test. 48 divided by 3, since I'll have a Mighty Strike that double the damage, aka increase damage by 1 time, and Drop Chain be used for about 8 seconds, so according to this table, the attack buff is about 0.2 times, add 2 of that number with 1 and time by 16 equals 35.2, round it down to 35. The opponent have a steel buff that Lamsa casts on, which have 0.2 defense buff, time that by 10 equals 2, subtract with 35, so that's 33, whilst Bravery when it hits is less than 1500, so there's no bonus there. See? I'm not lying about this formula, go try yourself at home. I guarantee you probably won't. And that's all about mathematics class you wish you'd never come back. The next video in Road to Dissidia will be about character types, which will be a multiple videos, since it will be pretty long if I have to do all of them at once. Also, I might sidetrack a little with some random video once in a while. Thank you for watching, and this might be a little bit late or early depending on how you look at it, but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!